So let's move on to some sad news. Kind of sad news. It's not super sad for me just because I wasn't that excited for it, just because this project seems so far off in the distance. Like, if this thing was closer to us and then got delayed or canceled, then I'd be more distraught. But, so Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron movie for Lucasfilm that she was supposedly working on has now been delayed. Now, some people are saying delayed, other people are saying delayed indefinitely. I'm going to say delayed indefinitely because it's been basically bumped off the production schedule altogether. Wow. I thought we were past this, Lucasfilm. I thought we were past hiring big, sexy names for directors only to fire them or not work with them a few weeks later. Like, Josh Trank coming off of Fan Four Stick, kicking him off the Boba Fett movie. Or ditching J.J. Abrams for Rian Johnson and then ditching Rian Johnson back for J.J. Abrams. Or Lord and Miller in the Solo movie, ditching them with 2 weeks left in filming because the movie wasn't what you were hoping it would be. People are going to be like, well, this is due to scheduling conflicts. Patty Jenkins had so many other movies lined up before she signed on for this one, which is true. That's not a lie at all. She still is doing Wonder Woman 3, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But Disney knew ahead of time which projects she had lined up. It's not like she just took on more films since she signed on to do this Rogue Squadron movie. They knew what her schedule looked like. To me, this is a save face type of situation because this has happened countless times already with Lucasfilm. I think also, I don't want to be mean, but this exact same thing has happened with Colin Trevorrow. He was originally supposed to do Star Wars Episode 9, and then his movie The Book of Henry came out and didn't get very good critical reception, and so he was suspiciously not attached to Star Wars Episode 9 anymore. Now, Patty Jenkins, still a well-respected director, but maybe Disney saw Wonder Woman 1984 and goes, no thanks, which it would be dumb, because I just think that was a bad day at the office for her. But it also wouldn't surprise me because Disney, and more specifically Lucasfilm, has had a habit of doing that. Yeah. Of just going, well, we're hot and we're cold on you. Like Vince McMahon type of situation. We're just going to change our mind about you after about 2 weeks. So I don't buy that this is a production delay. I think this is going the exact same way as Rian Johnson's trilogy. Never gonna happen and has been quietly canceled, but they'll never publicly state that. Josh, you see Rogue Squadron's been delayed. Do you see it any differently at all?
No, I'm kind of in the same camp with you. It's always seemed like Lucasfilm, when it comes to directors, is okay. What have you done lately? And while that is like a good approach, like you said, I like Wonder Woman 1984 is it 1984, right?
1984.
But, yeah. It's not terrible.
It's bad. It's bad.
It's not good.
It's bad, dude. I do not enjoy it.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of, like, why did you choose to do this in this movie? Like, I still cannot get over with Wonder Woman 1984. Why didn't you just bring back Steve Trevor? Not, like, him stealing the body of somebody else. Just bring back the body of Steve Trevor. You literally body napped somebody. Like, don't think about it, please, because it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, but with that being said, I'm still with you. I think it's just a bad day at the office because stuff like that is not. While the director has a large say in that, it's not solely on them, and sometimes they just have to bend to the will of the studio. And what is WB's and DC's terrible about that sometimes. Lucasfilm has had a record of being all, what have you done for me lately with directors? Because they quietly pulled Rian Johnson's trilogy, but then what did he do? He went and made Knives Out.
Yay.
To me, unless you're the Wachowski brothers, I don't see how, the what have you done for me lately can really work for directors, in at least like big name, the big sexy name ones. I don't know. To me, though, Rogue Squadron was one of those projects I didn't necessarily need from Star Wars because I felt like they were just going back to the well of the rebellion, again, and we didn't really. I don't want to go back to that well. Give me new stories. Expand the universe a bit. Like, so I mean, I hope that Patty is still gonna be like involved because I would love to see what stories she could tell. Star Wars always needs more strong female leads. Not to say that we don't have them, but like when our only lead character that's female is Rey.
Well, Lucasfilm's changing that. You do remember that the showrunner for Obi-Wan is a woman, right? It's
I
the woman
actually
that
did not. I actually
yes,
didn't
the
know
woman
that.
that directed episode 4 of season 1 of Mandalorian. This is the way episode.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I didn't know that. My
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, okay, yeah, no, absolutely. But like, it's just, yeah, I would love to see Patty still do something with Star Wars with Lucasfilm. I'm not particularly sad about it not being Rogue Squadron.
So also, here's where we go down some theory rabbit holes. So far, the only thing that we like know for a fact is this movie's been delayed. We're speculating that it's delayed indefinitely and canceled.
Yeah.
Let's add some more speculation here because there has been some rumors floating around for about a week or two now that Disney is very much rapidly approaching production on an Old Republic movie. Is there a chance that Old Republic is getting fast-tracked to fill this time slot? Because this was set to start production early 2022 for a winter 2023 release.
Don't do that to me.
Did this get bumped for the Old Republic movie, most likely being directed by Taika Waititi? Because we know Taika Waititi's directing a Star Wars movie, and as far as we know, he hasn't been kicked off that movie because Disney loves them some Taika because Taika is Lord. Ha! Could that potentially be what's replacing Rogue Squadron? Maybe Rogue Squadron isn't completely gone yet, but it's getting kicked down. It's like the can or the rock that gets kicked further down the street type of thing. Is this getting moved for an Old Republic that might be further along in the development process?
Look. I'm not going to hide my feelings here. I think I'd literally die of happiness if Old Republic was announced that, it's being fast-tracked or whatever. Bro, are you kidding me? I have been wanting Old Republic stuff for, like, since I used to play the MMO, like, religiously. Like, I have, like, something close to, like, 100 hours or something like that logged on that game, which is, like, only because I was trying to play during college, and that just doesn't work. But, like, Old Republic is super cool, and that is a well that Star Wars has not dipped into yet.
I think that is the next phase. I think Disney Plus will focus on the Mandalorian era and like create its own kind of universe from there. Like Ahsoka will be connected, Mandalorian will be connected, the Book of Boba Fett will be connected, all that stuff. And then the movies will be Old Republic era, which just... Yes, because as much as we don't mind the sequel trilogy, it is kind of hamstrung to be connected to the original trilogy, whereas Old Republic, you have so much creative freedom because it's thousands of years in the past. So I would not be surprised at all if they are starting to move full steam ahead on an Old Republic movie. Now, those are just rumors and speculation. It's not any major outlets reporting that yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if Disney's quick to replace this release date with something else.
I mean, just seeing Darth Revan on a big screen would be amazing. Darth Bane on a big screen would be amazing. Like,
just the end of the trailer just is a hood lifting up and it's Darth Revan.
Dude. See, okay, and real quick, since we're on this topic, I just want to drop this little rabbit hole just real quick.
Revan hole?
It's so insane to me that when Force Awakens was about to drop and they were like, all right, all of this other stuff, all this extended universe stuff doesn't exist unless it's through us. And now everybody was like, oh, you can't do that to us. How dare you?
I still stand by that was a good decision.
Absolutely. Same. It makes sense. And my brother and I talk about it all the time of like, I mean, yes, there's some really, really cool stuff, but also there's some really, really weird stuff too. But
yes, Luke trying to get his hand back from the black market.
I have 2 books about Luke trying to find Darth Vader's glove that gets chopped off in the Death Star, and it's like supposedly like indestructible, and like it's they're 2 really well written books, so I enjoy them. But anyway, I digress. I think it almost added more to when they hint at possibilities of the extended universe characters being able to become canon, which is just that's so it adds so much more than if you were like, hey, extended universe is still a thing. Haha, yeah, okay, cool. So we're gonna bring this character in. Oh, does that mean you bring all these other stories with it? Like, nah, just our canon. Just our canon matters.
I still
Yeah.
still maintain to this day that Kylo and Rey should have been Jason and Jaden, and should have been brother and sister.
Absolutely. Although we're kind of going through for this list, Kylo still is, I think, one of my favorite characters.
Oh yeah,
from the
he hurt his back from carrying the sequel trilogy.
yeah,